Mr. Scott H. BIRAM.
BIRAM, yeah.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome in Belgium.
Thanks, it's good to be back.
Yeah, great to be back, but about that later on. How are you?
I'm doing okay. We've been on the road for 8 weeks out of 12 weeks now, so I'm pretty run down, but I'm still powering through.
I've noticed you've been in Zagreb, Croatia.
Yeah, a couple days ago.
And the last show, I think it was in Germany.
Yes, in Übersee.
Übersee.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
But like we said, we met in 2014. You were in Belgium, in Hasselt, MOD, the Muziekdroom, and that was the place where I bought your first album.
In Brussels, at by the river.
Yes.
Yes, I remember. When we got there to load in, he opened this little door. He goes, "Hello."
It was then Danny and Johnny. They have asked you to come to play in Hasselt.
All right, great.
And now you are in Blue Spear.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know the festival?
It sounded familiar, but no,
Yeah.
there's you guys have a lot of festivals in Europe, so.
Blue Spear has a long history.
Yeah.
They went about 36 years doing this festival.
That's good.
Then they got down,
Hmm.
and this one is the third one.
We're coming back.
It's come back.
Well, I was excited when we got here. We saw the big tent and the beer booth.
You are the only one here in the pair as the one-man band.
I'm the one and only Scott H. BIRAM.
Yeah. So I did some homework, and I hope I found the right items on while I was googling on the World Wide Web. And so for me, I want to introduce you as follows. You're 50.
I just turned 50.
You're 50.
Going on.
A young guy.
Going on 14.
Yeah, a young guy from Lockhart in Texas.
I was born in Lockhart, Texas. I grew up in San Marcos, Texas.
Cool.
Just but everywhere that it's always been near Austin. I'm from around Austin. Yeah.
Did you grow up in a musical environment, or why did you want to become a musician?
It's funny, when I was a little kid, I lived in the country, so we didn't have cable TV, so we didn't have MTV, and I talked to some friends, they'd say, MTV this, and Bon Jovi, and the Police, and I said, I don't know what you're talking about. But my uncle, two of my uncles were in a band together, and so they were always playing guitars, and my dad played a little sax, and both of my aunts had pianos in their house, so I was always messing around with the piano. And it just, my dad is a very a music connoisseur, so he taught me about Leadbelly and Lennon Hopkins and Doc Watson and Merle Haggard and all the good stuff.
So I can say that you were destined to become a musician. Not a pizza boy or not a man behind the bar.
I was a pizza boy for a very long time.
But when you started as a musician, your first band was a punk band.
Yeah.
I found something about the Tanks.
The Thangs. I think there's another band called the Thangs too. But yeah, we were kind of a punk rock, metal, psychedelic. We were big fans of the Butthole Surfers and Ministry and Slayer and all Black Flag, and just a little bit kind of all over the place. And so we were just kids, so we did what we could. You know what I mean?
But late 90s, you decided to become a solo musician.
Yeah.
You wanted to be on stage on your own.
Well, I had a couple bluegrass bands between that,
and
so that kind of brought me back to my old roots from when I was a kid, and I started playing singer-songwriter, just acoustic shows, and
so
when the bands broke up, I said I want to keep playing venues and festivals, so we started adding that in there.
Do you think that you have enough tools to express your feelings, your thing in the sound that you do alone?
Oh yeah, man. I think you can get away with just I got tools right here, man. Tools. This one singing is. I could do a record of just singing and clapping my hands. I think, man. But guitar's my thing. I like playing guitar. But no, I want to add things all the time. You know, I have a habit of building my pedal board too big. You know, because I want to twist knobs and at home in the States I have vocal effects on my pedal board too, so I talk like that. You know, so it's kind of ridiculous, honestly, but I can get away with just playing guitar and singing.
And to be complete, I had to say that you're also a singer-songwriter and producer.
Yes.
What must we add more?
I don't think we can use those words. Yeah, well, I'm a good cook. I'm a chili cook-off champion.
Oh.
I won a thing called the Dip Olympics, which is a food competition for dips. I cook. I'm a great barbecue cook. I cook briskets and everything a couple times a year. So
Great.
I'm working on my own sausage.
Besides all this, you have also to do something next to performing. You have to achieve your sound, and that's what we call you have to record. You have albums.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of albums.
13 albums.
I can say you are very prolific when it's about albums. Yes.
Yeah.
12 albums full length, 2 EPs and singles.
Yeah.
Between 2000 and 2004, you have been at the Knuckle Sandwich label.
That was just my own
That was
my
your
own
own
label.
label.
I said if they try to steal my music, I'll give them the knuckle
Yeah.
sandwich.
But you changed in 2005, and you went to Bloodshot.
Yeah, in 2005, Bloodshot signed me.
Changed your state with Bloodshot, I guess.
And Bloodshot went through some changes in the last couple of years with new owners, and another company bought them, and I still stayed with them.
Until today.
We're riding and seeing what happens.
Yeah,
Taking a ride.
Yeah, until today, 9 albums.
With Bloodshot. If you say so.
When I see that,
I think so.
When I see that, you have no problems by writing songs, songwriting. You know, it's an easy job, an easy process for you.
No, it's I have a lot of quantity. So when I write. I write a lot of things on my phone, and I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I have a weird dream, and I have some strange words, and
You put it on your mobile.
yeah, and then
you write
sometimes
it down.
I scribble it over here, scribble it over there, and some of those songs, pieces of those songs,
Yeah.
sit for years before I say, oh, that'll fit with this thing, you know.
Do you think that you have changed during the years as a songwriter? The content of the songs or the ideas behind the songs?
I have more confidence, definitely, in my songwriting abilities. The songs in the past, a lot of them were kind of like character songs, you know, the truck driver and the angry man that buries his wife or things like that.
Our problem songs, because in 2003 you had an accident
Oh yeah.
and you had to release an album.
And I had already written a bunch of truck driver songs before I got hit by a truck, and then the surgeons thought it was funny. So when I woke up from surgery one time in the operating room, I woke up and they were playing my song really loud, and I just thought that was hilarious. I didn't think it was so funny.
You have to tell us something about your, not your last album I hope so, but your latest album. It's number 13 I think. It is a great title. The one and only Scott H. BIRAM.
Yeah.
First, why did you choose the title?
I felt like I got a sign. I was going to. I had a picture of a buzzard on a log scaring away the other ones, and then I was gonna be like kind of like the Highlander movie. There can be only one. There can be only one Scott H. BIRAM.
That's me.
But then this guy in North Carolina in the U.S. He kept typing, "Come to this town in North Carolina." And I said, "Oh, I'm either." And then he come to this town, and then he started saying, "There's a guy playing here, calls himself Scott Byram, that he's playing. He plays your songs."
Then you said the one and only.
And I said, "No, man, there's only one." And it turns out there wasn't a guy. He was just screwing with my head. But that's when I said, "Oh well, we're gonna call it the one and only Scott H. Byram."
It's a new album. We know something about the title. 11 songs on the track list.
Yeah.
A lot of a mix of styles.
Yeah, always on my records.
You are not a guy that has one typical style, or how would you describe your style, or what do you like to play?
I love so much, so many different kinds of music, and I'm always learning more about these kinds of music and my playing. So I always want to do a country song. I always want to do a blues song. I always want to do a rock song, a pop song. On this record, it had a couple electronic, kind of weird psychedelic things on there.
Name them, because I have also noted 2 of them.
Yeah.
I think we are talking about the same.
Yeah.
For me, 2 strange songs is "Giving Up on Man"
Yes.
and "Sinner's Dinner."
Oh, mine for me, the electronic was "Giving Up on Man" and "Inner Transmissions."
Oh, that's transmissions.
But
normally we receive a lot of albums, but this one I had to go to Spotify. He says, "Scott H.
Yeah.
I've listened to the album, I think 2, 3 times, but a good album. Only these 2 songs, is it? 3 songs.
I was experimenting in my studio. I have a home studio, and I was experimenting in the studio with MIDI devices and learning how to do more things with this. And when it came to the end of the time when I needed to turn in my record, I had 9 songs, and we needed 11. And I said, these will never come to the light of day for anybody else to hear them unless I put them on a record. And I enjoy listening to them, so, you know, and it made the record a little different than my other records, which is hard to do since I play so many different kinds of music all the time.
Yes, Scott, I give you free promotion time.
So,
I give you free promotion time.
okay.
Directly for all the public from Roost time. Sometimes 100,000s, I hope so.
Yes, well, I appreciate you.
Why should people buy your album? Give us
Because I'm poor and I need some money, man.
Do it again.
The pandemic messed me up. You know, I've been working very hard. It's art. I tour very hard.
You must
record
always
very
say
hard.
that it's your best album.
And it's my best album. That's right, correct. Yes, it's my very best album. But if you don't like it, you should listen to some others because you might think differently. I just like to get the record of my music out to people, so you know, and enjoy it. And I like to hear from them.
You are
Unless they say that it's not good, then I just tell them.
In an hour, you are in the Mississippi Club. What will be on the set list? What are we going to hear or to?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Some of the
Not all the set list, but what is in your head?
some of the new songs we'll play. I'll Still Miss Ruby in the Morning, which is about my sweet Rottweiler that I lost about 13 years ago, and she's still in my heart every day. I'll play No Man's Land, the title track, the first track of the album.
Of the new album, yes.
That's kind of the hardcore, heavy metal kind of sounding one. And then, of course, all my hits, Truck Driver, I don't know.
You
lots of songs
you
people have
also
heard.
selected the Easy Rider, the traditional.
Yeah.
Is she special for you, Rainy?
Actually, I know it from the Lead Belly version.
Oh, Lead Belly, yes.
And I didn't even really play the Lead Belly version. I did my own version because I know how to play the Lead Belly version. It's like ding 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 ding, which is the way the vocals go, and that's how the guitar goes. But on this, I decided to make it like I wanted to make it sound like a tent revival, like an old Southern Baptist tent revival, and make it sound like a big crowd singing along with me and rejoicing and playing tambourines and hollering things, but on the recording, it's all me saying all that stuff and all the. It sounds like a gospel choir, but it's just me.
Just me, but
A lot of
we
tracks.
will sing with you.
A lot of tracks.
Okay, let's finish with the general questions.
Okay.
Do you have also days that you say, today no music? I want to do, beside cooking, going outside and sit on the bank or maybe fishing,
yeah.
or I don't know.
I almost always pick up a guitar every day, and play for an hour and a half or two every day. During the pandemic, I was playing 6 hours a day. I need to have hand surgery because of this. But I love cooking, like I said, barbecue and grilling and out. I love camping. I like to go out in nature and camp, and I don't get to do that as often as I'd like to.
You need that free time.
And I love my dogs and the little critters around my house. So I like to spend time with my dogs and my wife. I said recently in between this American tour and the Europe tour, I had one day off, and I drove 12 hours from Nashville to Austin. After 5.5 weeks, and then I pet my dogs and I pet my wife. And then
you take your things on the road again.
Yeah, I was only home for one day. Just kidding about that.
Like I said, Scottish 50, Live Shores. Do you have still open items on your bucket list, or
It's funny,
the want-to-do list?
I woke up thinking about skydiving, which is funny, but I don't know if I can do that. But I want to. I've always wanted to skydive. And actually, close to my hometown, and there's a skydive place. So, jump out of a plane and, hopefully not.
Okay, last question. Do you think that by being a musician, that has changed your life? That you have become a different or another person?
Very definitely. I never expected to do this for a living when I was growing up. Even when I was in my bands in high school, it was just for fun. I didn't think it was going to be something I was going to be able to be on TV and on big stages or traveling all over the world. And it worked out. It turns out that I'm pretty good at songwriting, so and people are interested for some reason. So, and it makes my mama proud.
Okay, Mr. Scott H. BIRAM, that were my questions. It was, like I told you, from 2014, 10 years ago, but I'm very happy to meet you live.
It's nice to meet you too.
I'm very happy to do this interview with you, but next time I don't hope that I have to wait so long.
Yeah, let's do it again. I see you in 3 months. Let's do this again later today.
Scott, thank you.
Thanks.